I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride. For my brothers, no lie. All you can die. Never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side. Yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
There we go. Good. 180. I got 15. I'm not ready.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. Fights through and now a crease. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. He told us he wanted to have a big game running the football. He predicted well north of 100 yards. That's a heck of a start.
And we thought he was just blustering, right? We thought he was just kind of talking and trying to maybe talk himself into it. He knew something, and now
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
You get blocked me. Hey, echo. You get
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey, Mike. Hey, orbit. 15, Mike. 15.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now a give, right side. Grant. And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it second down and 12 on second down. It's Grant. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10. Coleman now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Lock in.
Now Trubisky on first down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Josh Jones in on the stop. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
3rd and 4.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Packers' 31-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of... And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's sick.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
It's just me and you.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. That's complete to John Ross. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a give, right side. It's Grant. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's it. Big hit.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Rodgers to Allison, good for a Green Bay first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And they work this out past the 25. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. They were probably just looking for a couple yards of breathing room, snapping the ball at their own 2. Well, they got a lot of breathing room.
And even knowing that offenses are as aggressive as they are now in the NFL, you still expect them to run the football in that situation. Why weren't they ready? Instead, it turns into a monster game and gets them way from the shadow of their own end zone.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. A big play that time on the catch and run. 45 yards.
Wide, get wide.
McKinnon, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That's it, baby.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10.
Check 24. Check 24.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
You got motion, man. Alert. Like 15.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. But now it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Goodwin able to haul it in. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on top.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Next to score, Niners 24, Packers 3. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Guys, game situation. Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. D Ford in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week Well, now it's to their team. We're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. From the 38, Trubisky. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
18.
They go play action with Trubisky. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. It's Coleman here. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd down. It's Coleman, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
54. Let's go, baby. Get that
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 76 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Open here is Allison. That's complete. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
15. Hey, you block over here.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Come on.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Blue 58. I smell fear in that offense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They go back to Grant. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers get a score closer. Crosby with the extra point. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better.